It's time for the Doug Garrison Show. Tonight we get a preview of this weekend's Great Lakes Rodeo. There's a car show at the Iron Industry Museum, and we get the details on that. And we'll hear about a group called Fellow Flowers.
Hey, that's us!
Stick around. The Doug Garrison Show starts now.
Tell the host 2 minutes. Stand by live to tape. Lighting to show level, please. Confirm front of house sound PFL. Roll tape on masters, challenge places. Alright, let's clear the set. Cue John music, open stage mics, standby effects, standby CG, standby to open on 3, 2. Alright folks, let's have a good show. Stand by, roll it in.
All right, thanks for joining us here on the Doug Garrison Show. Well, last time we met, I think I talked a little bit about the upcoming Beacon House Celebrity Golf Outing. And I'm one of the local celebrities. And we have taken it upon ourselves this year to try to add to the pot to bring in more funds to help that great cause at Beacon House. But I need your help. I need you to help me help them. What I need you to do is go to the Beacon House website. It's upbeaconhouse.org. And right on the front page of the website, you page down and you find Local Celebrities Assist Beacon House. And you page down and find my picture, click on it, and you go to a link that allows you to contribute to my effort helping Beacon House. Okay, so I want you to do that right now. Go ahead, upbeaconhouse.org. We'll wait for you. Oh, we shouldn't wait? Okay, well, do it. Do it tonight so you don't forget about it. Make a pledge, and it doesn't matter what amount. 5, 10, 25, 50, $100, it all adds up, but I need your help to help them, and I'd certainly appreciate it. If you've liked anything you've seen on the Doug Garrison Show, show it by helping me help Beacon House. Okay, we got a good show for you tonight. We're going to talk about some great activities coming up this weekend in the local area, so stick around. We'll be right back.
There are no linen tablecloths, no fine china, and no extensive wine list. Yes, we do have great food. Yes, our hearty buffets are loaded with choices. And yes, our desserts are made fresh. Oh, and one other thing, when the bill arrives, yes.
We have many choices in life. Few are more important than those concerning your health. For surgery, my choice was simple. Bell Hospital. With complete surgical services close to home, their high-tech, high-touch hospital has renowned surgeons, the latest equipment, and an infection rate far below the national average. With a network of local specialists and post-surgery therapy services, Bell Hospital is the right choice for the surgery that matters most, yours.
Tonight's Spotlight on Service is presented by the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union, where they are all about service to community. We appreciate their support and sponsorship of this segment. And now it's time to cowboy up, because with us here is Jesse Malcory, the rodeo director of the Great Lakes Rodeo.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. This is apparently the 8th annual Great Lakes Rodeo.
Correct.
Where have I been?
I'm not sure.
I know. Have you been with the rodeo the whole time?
Yes, I have.
Since day one.
It started out on the base as the Sawyer Stampede Rodeo.
Okay.
And then we outgrew our area and we moved to the fairgrounds and we became the Great Lakes Rodeo.
And when was that? How long ago was that? Did you move?
We moved the 4th year. So
okay.
Yep.
Now I remember hearing of the Sawyer Stampede, and you outgrew that. That's good. What is the organization that runs the rodeo?
It's the Great Lakes Rodeo of Michigan,
okay.
And we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization, and we raise funds. All of the profits from the rodeo go right back to the youth and the community. And through the last 7 years, we've been able to donate over $17,000 back to the youth because of the support of the community.
Yeah, well, that's
pretty awesome.
That's something that I learned in looking into this. I didn't realize that this was an organization that would fall under the category of our Spotlight on Service, where you guys are doing things and giving money back to the community. Give me an idea of what types of youth organizations benefit from the rodeo.
We've had anything from 4-H groups to Boy Scout groups. North Star Academy started up their library with it. We've had baseball teams, and any kind of group can apply for the funds.
Yeah, so that's the process. They apply to your organization?
Yep, right on our website at the greatlakesrodeo.com.
Okay.
There's an application on there. A youth needs to fill it out and mail it in, and we've been able to donate back to all of the organizations that have ever been able to apply.
Do you have a board then that you work with, and the board decides who gets the money and where it goes?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. So all the money goes back. That's awesome. And you know, it kind of makes sense too, because rodeos are kind of, even though there's going to be a lot of adults there, they're kind of a youth-oriented thing too. I think kids love the rodeo, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Part of the competitors are even youth. We have a Queen and Court contest, which has girls anywhere from the ages of 5 to 22. I know that we have some local cowboys. The one is 13 years old, and he is a bull rider and a team roper, so that's always exciting to see the youth be able to compete in the rodeo as well.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions, and that is, who are your competitors? Who makes up the people that are out there?
We have competitors that come from all over the Midwest, as far as Iowa, Wisconsin, everywhere, along with local competitors.
Yeah. Is there prize money in this for these people?
Yes. There's $1,000 added to the main 5 events. So they'll come in and they'll pay their entry fees, and on top of all those entry fees, each event will split $1,000.
How does the fairgrounds work out for the rodeo?
Incredible.
Nice to see that facility being used for that.
It is. It's awesome.
Yeah. Now, one of the things, we'll talk about the schedule of events for the rodeo, but talking about the fairgrounds, one of the things I noticed was that you can camp out there. Is that camping right on the fairgrounds?
Absolutely. Yep. Right there at the fairgrounds. There's so many opportunities for us there at the fairgrounds, and it was a great move when we moved from Sawyer to the fairgrounds with the camping. We have a barn dance. The rodeo's there. We have access to trail rides. They can go and visit Strawberry Lake. It's a perfect spot.
Let's talk about the schedule itself. The rodeo starts tomorrow, Friday. What can people expect to see Friday, Saturday, Sunday? What's the highlights?
Friday, what we do is we have our Queen and Court has their first part of their at the fairgrounds competition, so they have to do a horseman skill pattern, which they go out into the arena and they ride their horses and show us how well they can handle their animal and how well they work with their animal. Then on Saturday, we get up bright and early and we do team penning, followed by the rodeo performance number 1, which is at 6 o'clock, and then the barn dance follows that at 9.
With Jack Pine?
Jack Pine, yep. Pretty excited about that. They're new this year. And then on Sunday, again, we get up bright and early and we have a jackpot speed event, which is where cowboys and cowgirls come out and they barrel race and that kind of stuff. And we also have cowboy church. And then we end the weekend with rodeo performance number 2 at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Just for those who might wonder, you treat the animals pretty good?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yep.
What about tickets?
Tickets you can get in advance from any of your favorite rodeo royalty, or you could get them at the Lake Superior Partnership, the Greater Ishpeming-Negaunee Chamber. We also have them at an outlet in Escanaba at AM Express. They are $10 in advance for an adult, $5 for kids, or if you get them at the gate, they're $12 and $6.
Now, are these tickets for Friday only, Saturday only, Sunday only, or are they for the whole weekend? Or how's
Friday
that work?
is open. Friday, anybody can come in and check it out and see what's going to happen on the weekend, kind of like a preview of what's going on. Then on Saturday, it's the price is per day, but you can buy a weekend band for just the $20 or the $10 for the kids.
That sounds good.
Yep.
Well, I'm excited about it. I think it's great that, and like I say, I've heard of the Sawyer Stampede. I guess I wondered where it went and never really knew.
Right.
It's nice to know that it's still going and that rodeo is still a thing. You said there's a couple other rodeos in the UP too. So.
There are. There is the Kearney Rodeo, which always happens the first weekend in June, and then there's the Iron River Rodeo, which happens, I believe, in July now.
Okay, good. That's a big one. That's been around forever, too.
Yes, I believe that they're into like 46 years.
It's something. It's been around for quite a while. Do you compete?
I do not compete.
No?
I do this so that I can see the smile on the kids' faces, whether it be because we're giving that organization the money or because of the Queen and Court little girls that just get such a kick out of it.
Yeah, well, hopefully we have good weather for you, but I'm assuming that this takes place
rain or shine. Yep, rain or shine.
Yeah, okay. I rode a horse once.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was that?
It did not go real well. It stepped on, there was an electric fence, which is common on a farm, and one of the wires was laying on the ground, and the horse stepped on that wire, and we took off, and I hung on.
Well, and then you cowboyed up.
I cowboyed up, and that was the last time I rode a horse, so sometimes you got to realize if it's not for you.
You come on out to the fairgrounds this weekend, and I will find a really, really almost dead broke one
That
for
would
you.
hit with that. That's what it would have. That's what it or I could sit on a fence or something. Okay.
So
All right.
you're trying to say that I can't probably talk you into
You're
like being a celebrity bull rider? or
Probably
anything?
not going to be able to do that. No,
okay.
not this year.
All right.
We'll look at next year. Okay,
Okay.
Jesse, thanks a lot. It's the Great Lakes Rodeo this weekend at the fairgrounds, just out the road towards Gwynn. Great event. Benefits a lot of youth organizations around the area. Jesse, thanks so much
Thank
for
you very
joining
much
us.
for inviting
Have a
me.
great weekend out there. All right, stick around. When we come back, we're going to be talking about iron, steel, and wheels. So don't go away.
So, can anybody become a member at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union? That's unbelievable! Can I get a home equity loan here?
You sure can, and a car loan too.
Can I refinance my mortgage here?
You bet, and we do car loans too.
You're kidding me!
No, it's true.
Hey, can I get a car loan here too? Thanks, Monty. That was easy.
Stop in and see Mickey or Loretta at our Marquette location or visit Dan at our Harvey location. Marquette Community Federal Credit Union, home of the same-day car loans.
Prepare yourself for a dimension of fun, a dimension of excitement. You are now entering the Art Cat Zone.
Get to the crossroads and experience our huge selection of ATVs, snowmobiles, and utility vehicles. From our world-class service and parts to the latest Arctic wear and accessories, we have it all. Arcticat, share our passion, and get to the zone.
Okay, for those of you who maybe go to the rodeo Friday and Saturday looking for something else to do on Sunday, we've got a great event for you. And with us is Troy Henderson from the Michigan Iron Ore Industry Museum. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You guys have a regular event, one of your annual events coming up on Father's Day. It's called Iron, Steel, and Automobiles. Those three kind of go together, don't they?
They do definitely go together, and this is has been sort of the signature event at the Iron Industry Museum over the years. This is the 24th time we'll be having this event, and each year we do it on Father's Day. And typically we have anywhere between 50 and 60 cars. We're slated at about 55 cars right now. And they range anywhere from 1900 to 1969, which is the cutoff that we have. And all the automobiles are either in original condition or restored to original condition. And we've expanded a little bit too. We have a couple of tractors from the 1940s that will be on the museum grounds, and the 1900 Michigami's original horse-drawn steam powered fire pump in original condition will be there at the museum as well.
I see you have a lot of local people that have vehicles that they come out and display. Dick Luty's name, Jorma Lankinen, and others?
Yeah, it is mostly drawn from the local population. We have had some people come from as far away as Minnesota, but for the most part it's local.
Yeah. Well, certainly it ties in because the iron industry and the automotive industry kind of grew together there, didn't they?
They did, and of course much of the iron that was mined in the UP went to make steel into the automobiles, and of course the mines in the Upper Peninsula were also vital to the war effort, World War II, and we actually have a Jeep in the show this year as well, a military Jeep from 1942.
Yeah, the fortunes of both industries have kind of ebbed and flowed at the same time as well, I think, too. Just to let people know for sure, this is at the Iron Ore Industry Museum, which is on, what's the easy way to tell people to get there?
Just a little bit west of the State Police Post. If you're headed toward Negaunee from Marquette, you'll see a sign that's going to direct you to the left, and there'll be a sign on the left side. We do now have an entrance, a direct entrance from US 41, which we didn't have before.
And you ask for a $3 donation per car just to help offset costs for this event. There's a lot of other things going on. You've got refreshments, you've got some entertainment, you've got music.
Yeah, this is a very friendly event. We'll have a concession with hot dogs and brats from Teaching Family Homes. We'll have the Bluffs Orchestra, who will be doing some jazz music, and we also have the Next Generation Barbershop Quartet, which will be traveling rounds doing their quartet, traveling kind of where the people are.
Yeah, what a great way to spend Father's Day. And I think it's, I look back at my own personal history. My dad read the car ads. I mean, you talk about cars and dads. My dad read the car ads in the paper every night. If he just bought a car yesterday, he'd read, cars were a big thing. Yeah. And we had some cars that you probably are going to be showing out there. I've seen some of the pictures of some of the vehicles you have. But certainly it's something that we think of our fathers when we think about the cars of our past.
Absolutely. In fact, just a couple of days ago, I had somebody mention how good of an idea they thought this was with cars and Father's Day, because they told me it's a little more difficult to find an event for Father's Day as opposed to Mother's Day, and this is like an ideal thing for fathers and their sons to do.
Absolutely, it's perfect. Should be a nice day out there. Now, you also, in your capacity, work with the Fayette Park.
Yeah, there are 2 full-time employees with the Michigan Historical Center in the Upper Peninsula, and both of us are headquartered at the Michigan Iron Industry Museum, but I am also the site historian for Fayette Historic Town Site down on the Garden Peninsula. So, just to put a plug in for that, that's also a great place for families to go and check it out. It is, and it's a state park, so there's a campground there as well, and there's a Fayette Heritage Day is the annual event down there, and that's August 10th this year. Yeah, so a lot of ways to take advantage of some of the things that our state is doing for us instead of complaining about what government does or doesn't do. Here, take advantage of the things that we do appreciate, things like what you're doing at the Iron Industry Museum. Now, this is, who kind of sponsors this event? This event is sponsored by the Michigan Iron Industry Museum Advisory Board, which is a 9-member board who they're appointed by the governor, and they oversee the events and the educational programs and some of that stuff related to this museum in particular. So all the donations that we get from walk-in traffic go to this board, and then we coordinate with the board on what to do. Can enhance and create possibly more events. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. You mentioned this is the 24th. How long has the Iron Industry Museum been open there? Well, we just actually celebrated our 25th anniversary last year, so we're going on to 26 years now. Yeah. The original museum opened in '87. Yeah. Now, I was wondering about the Heritage Trail, the Iron Ore Heritage Trail. Do you have anything to do with that? That will actually link to the museum, and that should be done shortly. I know they're working right now on it between Negaunee and Marquette, and there's going to be a little spur that comes up to the Iron Industry Museum. And so people can sort of use our museum as a launching point to travel along the Heritage Trail, and it's an appropriate place to come and see the museum as well. Absolutely. And, I'll be doing bike tours actually this summer from the museum on the Heritage Trail to actually physically see some of the sites, the mining sites. Great. Well, the iron industry is so much a part of life here in the Central Upper Peninsula. It's still going to be around for a while. We had Dale Hemmel on a couple weeks ago. He said they're not going anywhere. Yeah. And as the auto industry rebounds, more need for iron ore that we're producing here. So it's great to have that facility out there and kind of highlight the history of that industry so that people can go out there and see it. And also, my voice is on one of your videos out there, so if you go out there, you can check that out. Yes, we show Iron Spirits, which is a 24-minute documentary on a social history of life on the Iron Ranges. Yeah. So we show that daily at the museum. Yeah, I'm still waiting for those residual checks. Maybe you lost my address or something. I'll get that too. But it's Iron, Steel, Automobiles this Sunday, noon to 4. Correct. Lots going on for the whole family. Refreshments, fun, music, and a lot of cool old cars. Troy, thanks for joining us. Thank you for having me. Have a great Father's Day yourself. Thank you. Okay, stick around when we come back. Flowers. Yeah, flowers. Don't go away.
If you think you had a rough winter, look at your car. That baby could use some love. Or you could let Riverside of Marquette give you a more than fair price for it and drive away in a new Camry for $199 a month. Yeah, we know. That's less than you're paying now. If not, Toyota Corolla surely is at $149 a month. Or a brand new Nissan Versa for just $12,780. We have all-wheel drive Nissan Rogues for just $21,621. Renew yourself and your ride at Riverside of Marquette.
You might not find bones all that interesting, But the specialists at Advanced Center for Orthopedics in Marquette are fascinated by bones, all 206 of them. If you're suffering from an orthopedic condition or injury, our team of specialists can quickly diagnose and treat the problem. Providing a broad spectrum of services all under one roof creates an enhanced continuity of care for our patients. Advanced orthopedic care every minute of every day. At Advanced Center for Orthopedics, we specialize in you.
The Doug Garrison Show is brought to you in part by Iron Bay Computer and Design. Iron Bay gives you the quality and service you demand. And by Cliffs Natural Resources, a global mining leader with local investment and impact. Cliffs Natural Resources. And by Reflections Hair Salon, featuring professional stylists, a family-friendly atmosphere, and prices to suit your budget. For an appointment, call Reflections at 226-0175. Finally, a great time of year to start talking about flowers. I've got flowers in my yard, and we have a couple fellow flowers here today. With me are Dr. Brianna Pond and Tori Sager, both fellow flowers. And I want to talk about this first with you, Tori. People want to know, what are fellow flowers, basically?
Well, Fellow Flowers all began 2 years ago when 14 women trained for a half marathon together. And in training for that race, we quickly realized as a group of women that running is less about the mileage, how fast and how far you're going, and it's more about the transformation that occurs in the training process. We shared hundreds of emails, thousands of words that came from an invitation of me saying, run with me on my birthday. It was my wish to have these friends of mine run with me on a weekend where we could all be together. And that email chain kept going. And the stories and the reasons that we were doing it were all different. There were so many meanings behind why we were doing it. And on race day, we celebrated with 14 orange Gerber daisies in our hair that were given to us by someone who knew we were going down and running that race together.
So that obviously is the way the name came about, yes. Fellow Flowers, a group of young ladies running together. Have you always been a runner yourself?
I have not. I've always been active and I've always been an athlete. I truly disliked running.
Yeah. I dislike running.
running was something, I was a basketball player, and running was something that you had to do. Running was something that you were forced to do. Running was a punishment in our sport, you know.
But you found more, because of running, you're out there and your mind is doing things and you're forcing yourself to accomplish things and getting from point A to point B, and you felt that this developed something within the group of women together that you kind of focused on, so you came up with this, what's now a business.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
Brianna, I want to ask you, is your thoughts similar to Tori's there as far as
they
how
are.
you got into it?
I did not want to run this race that she's talking about, but I reluctantly joined. I was the 13th one, and I couldn't be more happy that I did, because it was life-changing, and it absolutely was not about the running. Yeah. It was way more than that.
What exactly, if you can put it into words for me, Tori, about what this group now means to you and the others who are involved? It's not just running, of course, it's a spiritual thing, it sounds like.
Right. In creating Fellow Flowers as a business, we wanted to honor that experience that we lived. So what we did was took the universal themes that came out of that training, and we honored all of those women. We honored their stories. We honored pieces of them and created 10 different colors for women to be able to wear to show why they are out there. Each flower has a statement card that comes with it, with the words from these original women. That's why it's so special.
Yeah, it reflects someone's personal story.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you go to some of these races, whether they're local or regional or wherever, nationwide, and you see these flowers, this is where they came from. This started right here.
Right, yeah. Right. And we have many women ask, where did these words come from? Who wrote these? Yeah. And our answer is, we lived them. Yeah. A group of us lived them. We just put them to print.
Yeah, I don't think we can go over everything here tonight.
No.
What I would encourage is you visit the website, fellowflowers.com, and see a lot of the things, the thought processes that go into this. Now, also, Brianna, you've created the Bloom Foundation. Explain what that is.
I mean, people think that it's related to fellow
I would think
flowers
so.
because
Bloom
I
and
am
flowers.
a fellow flower.
Yeah, right.
While they were actually creating it as a business, I, after this experience, decided that I was going to keep running and decided to run the Chicago Marathon. Crazy, and decided, okay, this is probably a one and done, and I want to give back to a community. As a physician in this community, I thought, what could we do to give back? Couldn't really find anything, so we decided to create something. And my partner came up with the name Bloom, which means wellness. And so we created a program through Marquette General Hospital and the YMCA, and it's for moms who are postpartum, which I'm an obstetrician, and so it was perfect for my patients, and after they deliver, to have a program of exercise, health, and nutrition, so that they can learn by being healthy and active, they can be better moms.
Yeah, and the two kind of tied together, empowering women, talking about women's health, both physical and mental, so that it all kind of comes together. Now, as I mentioned, Tori, this is a business. How do people get involved, and what can they do? What does it cost, and what do they get out of it?
The best way to get involved is to visit our website, to like us on Facebook, read the story, and read the 10 different colors. Yeah. You will find yourself in one or more of them, and purchase a flower. Yeah. People say, is it a group? Is there a membership? It's not. It's not. We have women who are qualifying for Boston. We have women who are taking their very first steps, whether it be in running, walking, or in life, that are fellow flowers.
So it doesn't matter if you're not a runner, you want to start running or think about getting into it, or if you've been running all your life,
absolutely,
become a fellow flower. And what this does is it kind of says some things that you're feeling in your heart. It's a reflection of your personality and your commitment to running and what you're getting out of it as well. So you had to pick running. You couldn't pick golf or mahjong or crocheting or something. It had to be running.
Bill Ambier wore one on his visor last year.
Oh,
yeah, so you could wear them golfing.
He's a player. Yeah, that's all right. That's okay too. Well, I think it's a great idea. It's neat. These are cool things. Like I say, we can't go over the whole thing here because it's so deep and all the different things. But your mission is great. The idea of empowering women, and my interpretation of it is helping women get in touch with their own feelings, things from their past, hopefully things that are in their future that can manifest themselves in becoming better shape physically and mentally through participating in Fellow Flowers.
We say Fellow Flowers is a space where women can honor, share, and celebrate their story.
Doesn't get any better than that. Okay. Well, Tori and Brianna, thanks so much for joining me here. We'll look for you at the local races. There are so many of them. Look for the flowers. There's all different colors here. You can check them out. They're beautiful. And if you see a young lady wearing one of the flowers, you know she's a part of this great organization. All right. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the Celebrity Golf Outing then.
Absolutely.
Okay,
we'll be
great.
there.
All right. Stick around. We come back. I'll have some final thoughts.
Bathroom remodeling?
Come on, Mom. I'll be right there.
Bet you'll save a lot.
There's one, Mommy.
Bathrooms sure are important. Oh dear, in over your head?
Her hair looks nice today.
Is that bathroom remodeling project taking a little longer than you expected? Do yourself and your family a favor next time. Quick, call Swick.
Enjoy the golfing experience of a lifetime every day at Marquette Golf Club. Our two 18-hole championship courses offer everything from relaxing family fun to competitive golf as challenging as that found anywhere in the world. Our custom rate structure allows you to choose a membership package that accommodates your schedule and budget. And we offer reasonable daily fees, always available to the occasional player. In this day of green sensibilities, there's nothing more green than a day on the links at Marquette Golf Club. Okay, let's review. This weekend, we've got the Great Lakes Rodeo at the Marquette County Fairgrounds. That's Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Great family fun. Take advantage of that. We've also got at the Michigan Iron Industry Museum between Marquette and Negaunee a car show called Iron, steel, and automobiles. A lot of classic cars. Another great family event on Father's Day from noon to 4. And if you're going to go to one of our local road races, watch for the young ladies wearing the flowers. They are, of course, fellow flowers. You'll enjoy that. Hey, this Sunday, check it out. It's Tee It Up with Doug Garrison, a show about golf, particularly Marquette Golf Club. It's this Sunday at 11:30 on TV6. Check it out. And check the Doug Garrison Show out next week right here. See you then.